Hello everyone, welcome to the first video on YouTube. So I did a tutorial on this cut crease look that I have on right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, that I find it very informative and you're able to do it at home. If you have any suggestions on the videos you want me to do next, then you comment down in the section below. I also listed all the products on the description bar, and yeah, if you want to see how I created this, just keep on watching. My skin is already prepped with my skincare. So now goes on the primer. I'm going to prime my skin with the Lancôme Visionnaire 1 minute. And just press it on, rub it all over my skin. Using this primer, especially if I wanted to have my makeup stay on all night, I've noticed that that one does make a big difference, especially when I wear like my Kat Von D foundation, because I start settling all into my cracks. So now I'm going to go in with my brows with the medium brown pomade from Anastasia, and I'm just going to grab a little bit, saturate my brush, and this is the number 12, I think it's the 12. The 12 brush from Anastasia, and I'm going to blend it out on my brush. I'm going to brush my brow hairs right up and start lining it from the bottom of my brows. Just like so. And then to the top. And then just fill them in. Since my brows are pretty full already, I just like going very lightly, just to make them look a bit more full, because I do have a lot of sparse areas. And now I'm going to brush it out. And now I'll be taking the MAC, what is this concealer? Studio Finish in the NC20 with Sigma F75 brush. And it's just like a little triangular tip. I really like this brush to clean up my brows. And I'm just going to brush it right under. And then I'll just start diffusing it upwards and downwards. And take my fingers so I don't have any harsh lines. Since I do have really dark, how do you say it, circles around my eyes, I love using primers that have a bit of a tint to them, just to diffuse it, give it more of a nicer canvas, so it can be really much more smooth and one color. I love if I use something that doesn't have a tint to it, I feel like it leaves me a gray cast. So I like the ones that have a bit of color to it. And this primer is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Enigma. I believe it's a limited edition. It was released about a couple of months ago for one of their women's collections or something like that. I really love that primer, so I hope they bring it back. And I'll just blend it all over. So I have my eyes primed. I'm going to grab a Sephora Collection Crease brush in number 10. This brush is actually discontinued now, but it is still available on their website for, I think, $11. And I'm going to use my Anastasia Single Shadows. These are all from her palettes that she released during the holidays and stuff. So I depotted them into this big C palette because I would take like 5 different ones. They're my favorite shadows of all time. And I'm going to take this color right here. It's like a light baby pink. I believe it is Fresh. And I'm just going to set that primer. After the primer is set, I'm going to use the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette and take the burnt orange shade right over here with the same brush. Fuse it out, and I'm just going to start from the crease area right over here. And then just start working it inward. I like doing the crease first because it makes it so much easier to plan out your eye look instead of working the other way around. Especially for a cut crease. And then after that, I'm going to take Roger from the same palette, same brush, and work it in right underneath. Since I do want to have it more concentrated on the crease area, since we are going a little bit darker and I want it more red, I'm going to take the Morphe 514 brush. And if you can see it, it's a very tiny blending brush. And I'm going to take the Modern Renaissance in the red ochre. And gonna work it right in that crease as well. I love this brush, especially for cut creases, because it'll get you right in there without diffusing all of your product. A little more. And you can go back in and just start diffusing it out. So now I'm going to begin to cut the crease. Use the Anastasia Cream Contour Kit in the banana shade right over here. Anything that has more of a yellow tint, I feel like that's the easiest. You can use a concealer. Problem is with concealers, they tend to crease a lot more. So I really like this one right over here. You can also use like the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, since that has a bit of a yellow tint, but that one dries out really fast. And I'm going to use the Sephora Collection Flat Concealer Brush. And it is this nice dome-shaped brush. This one's also discontinued as well, but I just checked a couple days ago. It's still in stock on Sephora.com, and I bought like 5 of them. So I'm just going to press it all over my lid and start cutting my eye this way. Since I do want you to be able to see my cut crease with my eyes open, I am taking it a little bit a little bit further at the top, and then just bringing it down. Inner corner. And feel free to take your time with this, because you do want that line to be so sharp, so you can distinguish it as well. And since I am doing a wing cut crease, it's not going to be closed off. I am going to flick it out, as you can see right here. Kind of like if you're connecting it to your brow. Blending it up. I'm going to clean it up with concealer anyways. I still want my crease that much more darker, so I'm going to take Monda 570, and it is this nice brush. I'm going to take Cypress Umber from the Modern Renaissance palette, and then just put it at my brush at an angle right on top of that crease work we just did, and the cut crease. Just do very tiny. And using a Morphe 507 brush, very nice detailer brush right over here, and then just start clean brush with no product and start blending it outward. Take a little bit of the red ochre on the brush. Para. You can also use this to help you cut the crease even further. I'm using Visionnaire from the same brush, and this is the Morphe M167. It's a shader brush. I will be applying glitter, but I'm going to do my eyeliner first. And I'm going to use the Sephora Eyeliner High Precision brush, liquid liner. This one is my favorite. With eyeliner, when you want to do it with a cut crease, I'm just going to basically follow that shape of that little wing we have here, but bring it outward and leave a little gap and connect it back in. If you were trying to do another different type of cut crease, then we can basically just connect it upwards and close that off. But since I want to leave it open, I'm good. To map my wing, I'm going to take the corner of my eye and then just drag it outwards and then connect it back in to the upper lash line. That it looks really slanted when I look down. I like applying glitter right after my liner because when I do liquid liner or gel, I don't want it to mix in with it and create kind of like this rigid liner. So I'm going to use Violet Voss in Champagne Kisses. I'm going to take Morphe 176 brush. You can use a lip brush for this. I don't know where the number is at, right over here. And it is this nice, precise. And I'm just going to base or with a bigger brush. And then I'll take it, especially for this area. I know a lot of people like using like an eye primer to mix in the glitters, but I feel like that dulls the sparkle and it's not as shiny as I would like it to be. So I mixed it with a little bit of the Eye Candy Cosmetics in liquid sugar and then just created like a paste. I'll be using Lilly lashes in the style Arika. These are my all-time favorite lashes. I would rewear these for like 50 million times. So these are how the lashes look. I feel like I have to use big voluminous lashes because since my eyes are pretty big, I feel like if I use like, let's say, the Demi Wispies by Ardell, they just look like my regular lashes. So now I'm going to do the bottom of the eye and I'm using Sephora Collection Contour Eye Pencil in Black Lace. Smoking out the bottom lash line, I'm going to be doing the same method that we did at the top. I'm going to use a Morphe 508 shader brush and take burnt orange and just swipe it right in. Venetian red with the Morphe 507 brush. So I'm going to finish up my other eye and then I'll start on the complexion. So I'm back with the finished other eye. And now I'm going to start with the complexion. Since I mentioned I do have really dark circles, I'm going to use a corrector for underneath my eyes. And I'll be using the Bobbi Brown in Light Peach. I'm going to apply and blend that out with the Sephora Pro Contour Brush in number 80. And it is this dome-shaped brush. The peach color will be used to counteract any purple, any brown, leftover acne scars like the ones that I have right over here. Using is my favorite Kat Von D Locket and the number L48 Neutral. Applying with the Pro Beauty Blend with my Versali 24 karat gold infused oil, and I'm just gonna put three drops. Start blending it into my skin. Concealer and highlight, I'll be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light.
Apply it on my under eyes, bringing it down to the corner of my nose and bringing it back up. A little bit on my forehead.
Cream Contour Kit again in the color Cinnamon. The same beauty blender, I'm going to take that and blend out my highlights first and then my contours. To set my under eyes, I'm going to use Laura Mercier Translucent Powder with an Enigma powder puff. Using a powder puff instead of a brush because it really smooths out the under eyes and fills in any ridges. Instead of a brush, I feel like it removes some of my product. And this I'll just be pressing it into my skin, my forehead right over here, and my love lines. While I let that set, I'm going to finish up my eyes on. For my inner corner, I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Star Powders in the shade 941. Thank you for Natty Ice on Instagram, and my old Smashbox trainer that introduced me to this, because for the inner corners, it is the most beautiful shade ever. It does apply a lot, so I like taking off some of the product, and I'm using the Bedellium Tools brush in 750. Using my MAC Studio Finish powder, and I'm in the shade NC20 as well, with my Sephora Featherweight complexion brush in the shade 90. And I'll just start dusting off any of the areas where I have the powder and setting it. It adds more coverage. It keeps your makeup staying on longer, especially where I need it. I like playing a little bit more. Contour, I'll be using the Sephora Collection Contour Palette, and I'll be using this shade and a little bit of this shade mixed together with the MAC 109 brush. It's like rubbing off. For highlight, I'll be using the Nicole Guerriero palette with the Anastasia 823 brush, and I'll be using the shade Kitty Cat mixed with Glow Getter. Lips, I'll be using MAC Nightmoth lip pencil to outline, and Dosa Colors Black Rose liquid lipstick.